Hello, Jim 12's here. It is the 19th of August 2024 and I'm here by the side of Middle Cove in Sydney, and it is a glorious afternoon. It rained somewhat this morning, but not heavy. Anyway, I'd like to talk today about the threat of a new pandemic. You may or may not have heard of the threat of a new pandemic in the last few days, but I have. And I've just strung some thoughts together which I think helped me and maybe help one of you. So, 3 years ago, I think, I was reading The Great Reset by Klaus Schwab and his team. And it struck me at the time when I was reading it. Just think about Klaus having such a dream of a great reset. So much so that he's published a book about it. It's as if in his old age, shall I say, he's dreaming about what legacy he can leave for the world, and his dream is of a great reset. The implication is that we need one. Well, do we? I personally don't think we do. Not certainly of Klaus's dreams. Anyway, in that book, he refers to, in inverted commas, pandemics of the past, which is interesting because the pandemics of the past he quotes were all plagues of history, which very casual research would deduce were the result of bacteria and decay and living in unsanitary situations and drinking contaminated water. And then he compares that to a modern day virus pandemic, which isn't the result of unhygienic situations. So I'll leave that with you. So was the last emergency, inverted commas, that of a bacteria, or was it of viruses, or what was it? My second point is, when a pandemic is proposed by the World Health Organization, immediately we are fed subliminally the idea that whatever it is highly contagious, and therefore we're done. But we've been all created with an autoimmune system, and an ability of our bodies, our digestive tracts and our lungs, to withstand microbes. Maybe not all, but certainly most. And if we get an infection, we don't have to rely on a chemical to fight it. Our body goes to work. It's got a system. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about our own immune system, and let's build up our own immune system. Getting out in the sunshine, for example. Getting out into nature. That builds up our immune system. So when we hear of contagion, think immune system. And we've all got one. So let's put it to work. Third point if there is a new pandemic coming, is it natural? Is it natural? Is it a chance development in nature that nature has decided to inflict on the world? Or is it man-made? Now, you can take the word man-made in various levels, I guess. I'm referring to both. A man-made contagion in our minds, a fear of the unknown, a fear of something we don't understand? Or is it really literally a bio-weapon that has been manufactured by man to be inflicted on the world's population? If that be the case, that is humongous, pardon my English. That for men and women to devise something biological to inflict on the whole world. Now, we've heard of bioweapons in warfare in particular geographical locations, but bioweapons on a global scale? The mind boggles. My next point. What is the immediate response of, in inverted commas, the authorities when a pandemic is talked about? Isolation. Wow. Isolation. Lockdowns. You can't go further than. You can't talk to so-and-so. Isolation. That is phenomenal. And isolation of the healthy? If there was a contagion, wouldn't it be so sensible to isolate those with the disease? Of course it would. It would be the most logical thing in the world to do, to stop the spread, but not to isolate the healthy. That is an incredible response, which I challenge. And finally, are we going to submit? Or are we not? Are we going to resist? Or are we going to submit? Well, that is a very big question, and I've wrestled with that. What does it mean for you and your loved ones? If it means that you end up being incarcerated, are you prepared for that? The world today out here looks incredibly peaceful. The birds are having a ball, doing their thing. There's a motorboat presumably running its engines for an air conditioner or a heater, I'm not sure, in the background. It's absolutely glorious. And yet, around the corner, we could be facing that decision that last time we didn't know we had to make. It was sort of, it came up on us round the corner and we had no idea what was all this about. But this time we do, because we've been educated. We've been through this only recently, as it happens. So, will we resist? And if so, how? Or will we submit? And what will submission look like? And if we submit now, is that it? Is that it? Are the games over? and we can get on with the New World Order and the Great Reset has been accomplished? Or is this just another softening up, like seeding the ground, as it were? I'll leave that with you. I would love your comments. If you can help me think through these things and put me straight on what I've made mistakes on, that would be fantastic. Anyway, bye for now. Thanks for listening.